Hello friends, it's Dave here from SafeDex, here to bring you another mini review. This time I will be looking at a game called Off and On Again on the Nintendo Switch. A review copy was very kindly provided, thank you very much to the developer for that. And before we start, I'd like to thank everyone who has hit that subscribe button so far. We have recently passed 850 at the time of recording, so if you want to join the party, then you're only a click away. And we also have a Discord, link to that is in the description. So let's start this review by saying, I love the title of this game. Not only does it make me think of the IT crowd, but I just love that the acronym of this game spells OAOA. So 10 out of 10 right there. But I suppose we've got to be fair and judge it by the game itself, and not just the title. So what is this game? It's a 2D platformer with short levels, and I really do approve of this structure of game on a handheld. You play as the man from the fire exit signs, and your objective is to simply make your way to the exit. All you need to do is run, jump and wall jump. Well, that's not quite all. You have plenty of traps and obstacles to avoid as well. The movement feels good and it controls well overall. The designs of the levels are varied as well as with the hazards. The hazards are all one-hit kills, but there's some creativity with how they work. Some are just simply jumped over, some turn off and on again periodically, and sometimes they'll be spinning around and you need to use the walls for cover. There's one here that seems to be based on Donkey Kong. I quite enjoyed it. There will also be switches to flick as well, which will interact with the level in different ways and are needed to be used to progress. Each level has plenty of checkpoints, so deaths don't feel like too much of a detriment, as you'll never lose much progress. So the levels themselves I think are designed well, short but sweet, and I really like how this game is handled. So let's take a look at the presentation. This has a simplistic graphical style and a soundtrack with a techno feel. One choice they made was that the entire level isn't loaded at once, and you can only really see what's around you, and parts of the level only appear as you progress. For the most part this works fine, and I didn't run into any blind death traps that felt unfair. I'd have preferred to be able to see further ahead, especially when I assumed I had to jump over this way and ended up falling to my doom, but it isn't too bad overall. But there's one problem I need to address, and that is in the game's performance. There are times where the game's frame rate drops dramatically, such as this section I'm showing now, and it becomes difficult to play. There are a few times later on which happened after the point that I'm allowed to show you in this review, so sadly you can't see it, but on one stage it got so bad it couldn't cope with so many moving parts happening at once. I restarted the stage 3 times and it happened every time. But I completed the stage with pure luck as I wanted to just power through this game. But then on a later stage it happened again and it happened even worse, and I just found it to be unplayable, even when I tried turning it off and on again. This is why this is only a mini review, because I couldn't complete this game. I got up to the 6th world before I hit this roadblock. Now to be fair to the developers, they have said that they are aware of the slowdown present in the Switch version, and they are working on having it fixed before launch. So when the game comes out I will keep trying it and update in the description whether it has been improved. So keep an eye out for that, as that is really make or break here. Also bear in mind that I'm only talking about the Switch version here. That's all I've played and I cannot comment on how the game runs on some other formats. There is also a multiplayer mode I should mention. It has 4 options. Your basic deathmatch has you running and jumping around shooting your opponents. You only get 1 bullet and it ricochets all over the place until you pick it up again. You can hold the A button to make it home back in on you. There's an elimination mode that works the same way, although it is health based rather than point based. Then there's a Space Invaders mode, which is a really cool idea, whoever can get the highest score wins, and then a Breakout mode, where you play Breakout, but strangely you can't move. These are fun little distractions, but they aren't really something you'd come back to, and certainly not the reason to play this game, and I did experience those same performance issues when playing it 2-player. It sells for £9.99, $14 or €11.09, and currently has a 20% discount. I feel the price is a tad high, so at a sale price the game isn't bad in how it plays, but with the performance issues mentioned already, I honestly cannot recommend this game. As I said, keep an eye on the description and I will let you know if it gets patched, as I do think this is worth a look if it gets fixed, But let me know in the comments down below whether this is something you like the look of, or whether it's not for you regardless of any patches. Also remember to hit that like and subscribe to keep up with us in the future. Thank you so much for watching everyone. See you in the next one.